Today, several regulatory advancements in melanoma and an important federal court decision impacts the availability of biosimilars. Hello and welcome to OncLive News Network. I'm Laura Jones. The FDA broadened the approval of carfilzomib to include patients with relapsed multiple myeloma who have received 1 to 3 prior lines of therapy. The approval is for carfilzomib to be used in combination with lenalidomide and dexamethasone. In the Phase 3 pivotal ASPIRE trial, the triplet reduced the risk of progression by 31% compared with lenalidomide and dexamethasone alone in patients with relapsed multiple myeloma. OncLive recently spoke with Dr. David Siegel of the John Thur Cancer Center about the efficacy of this triplet in multiple myeloma.
Carfilzomib in combination with lenalidomide and dexamethasone is extraordinarily active. It is extremely well tolerated. I think every oncologist will be able to use that combination without inordinate difficulty. The combinations based on pomalidomide, bortezomib, pomalidomide dex, carfilzomib, pomalidomide dex, and a whole variety of other ones that are going to come down the line will transform the management of myeloma patients for most oncologists.
Visit our website to see more of this interview. In a 2-to-1 vote, the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Federal Circuit sided with the drug maker Sandoz, paving the way for the first biosimilar in the United States. The marketing of Zarxio, a biosimilar to Amgen's neutropenia drug Neupogen, had been delayed due to a pending lawsuit filed in October 2014 by Amgen. In the ruling, the appeals court dismissed Amgen's claim that Sandoz violated information disclosure provisions in the Biologics Price Competition and Innovation Act of 2009. The court agreed, however, that Amgen had not received full information from Sandoz until the biosimilar was approved in March of this year. The federal court's decision has cleared Zarxio for marketing in September. The BRAF-MEK combination of dabrafenib and trametinib has made regulatory strides in lung cancer and melanoma. Novartis announced that the FDA had granted a breakthrough therapy designation to the combination for the treatment of patients with non-small cell lung cancer who have BRAF V600 mutation. The designation was based on data from a single-arm study in non-small cell lung cancer that showed an objective response rate of 68% with the combination, as determined by the independent review. The combination of dabrafenib and trametinib is also one step closer to full approval in melanoma. The FDA assigned a priority review to an application in patients with unresectable or metastatic BRAF V600 mutation-positive melanoma. The application for the combination was based on data from the Phase 3 COMBI-D and COMBI-V studies. An FDA decision on the application in melanoma is expected in November. There have also been regulatory advances in Europe, where the Committee for Medicinal Products for Human Use issued a positive opinion on the combination in the same patient population. The European Commission will deliver a final decision on the application within 3 months. In other news, Novartis announced the FDA approval of its hedgehog inhibitor sonidegib for the treatment of patients with locally advanced basal cell carcinoma who had recurred on or who were ineligible for surgery or radiation. The approval was for the 200 milligram dose and was based on the Phase 2 BOLT study, which randomized patients 2-to-1 to receive sonidegib at 800 milligrams or 200 milligrams daily. The study found that the drug was associated with an objective response rate of 58% at the lower dose. According to the company, no additional benefit was seen among patients with locally advanced disease who were taking the higher dose. The agent carries a boxed warning indicating that treatment with the drug may cause severe birth defects or the death of a developing fetus when administered to a pregnant woman. The PD-1 inhibitor pembrolizumab is now approved in Europe as a treatment for adult patients with unresectable or metastatic melanoma in first and later line settings. The approval by the European Commission was based on data from 3 clinical trials that assessed the medication in more than 1,500 patients. In the phase 3 KEYNOTE-006 study, pembrolizumab demonstrated an extension in overall survival and progression-free survival compared with ipilimumab. OncLife recently launched a peer exchange program focusing on the latest research in colorectal cancer. The esteemed panel is led by Dr. John Marshall of Georgetown University Hospital. The panel includes leading experts in the field: Dr. Fadi Brete of the Comprehensive Cancer Centers of Nevada, Dr. Richard Goldberg of the Ohio State University Comprehensive Cancer Center, and Dr. Howard Hochster of Yale Cancer Center. Go to onclive.com to view this peer exchange. And that'll do it for today. Thanks so much for watching OncLive News Network. I'm Laura Jones. We'll see you next time.